Hello everyone, I'm Brendan Wu, and welcome to our second LGTin5 video. Today our guest is Anjan, who will be sharing his experiences on alternative note-taking technique. I'm a recent graduate of Humber College's computer engineering program, and through my time there, while I made an effort to switch to paperless or electronic note-taking, I had difficulty finding good resources and software. Anjan, would you mind introducing yourself?
Yep, my name is Anjan G. I'm a second-year student at York University studying sociology and philosophy. I myself have also encountered issues when it comes to note-taking, and I've found better ways throughout the years to help myself take notes easier and, gain a better experience taking notes in general.
Great, thanks. So Anjan, what led you to alternative note-taking methods?
I found that one thing for me when I was trying to take my notes is that I would have the wording in my head perfectly as to how I want to have the information put on paper for me to look at later. But I couldn't really put it down in words fast enough if it was a live lecture or if it was a video. And I found that to be kind of, hard for me. It was a challenge. So I wanted to look into methods that allowed me to express what is in my head and what I wanted to say on paper. So that's what led me to speech recognition and sound typing.
Okay, perfect. So what note-taking tools and software do you use?
So I personally use Google Docs for all of my schoolwork when it comes to handing in assignments or creating assignments, creating essays, or taking notes. So I found an extension for Google Chrome. It is called Speech Recognition Soundwriter. And what it does is it's an add-on for a browser, and it's an add-on for Google Docs that allows me to hit a microphone button and I can speak into the microphone, and the words that I'm saying will appear onto my Google Docs. So for example, if I'm reading, say, a page that I'm supposed to be taking notes on, a certain part of that page has a theorist or something important that I want to remember for later. I would look at it and formulate it into my own words, hit the sound button and speak it, and it would come right onto my screen and the notes would be there for me. So that is one way that it's really helped me, and it's definitely gotten things done much faster, because typing that all down would take, a few minutes, but speech recognition software is so fast, and you can go back and you could fix any errors that it might have picked up. And yeah, and it's just a faster way of getting information down.
Yeah, plus it just comes exactly as you think. You don't have to...
Exactly, whatever's in your head.
Yeah. When I find out I take notes, I just spend forever changing tiny little things, and it doesn't come out quite the right way.
Right. And you end up spending a lot more time on it than you would prefer to in the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks. So what are two tips you have for someone who would like to try these things?
So for speech recognition, it's not for everyone, because some people are very used to taking notes the written way, right? So for someone that is trying out speech recognition, I would make sure that you're in a quiet place, and make sure in a place that isn't disturbed, somewhere where you can concentrate on the material that you're learning. I wouldn't say a classroom setting is ideal for speech recognition note-taking, simply because you would have to talk over your teacher and other people in the class as well. So definitely be in a quiet place, somewhere where you can be alone with your thoughts, and somewhere where your microphone can obviously pick up what you're trying to say. And also, speech recognition note-taking is a lot easier for for lectures and videos. It is not hard for books per se, but it can be a good thing, and it can be easier for some people. But I would definitely say, because in videos and in lectures, the teacher is already putting their thoughts into their own words. So it would be beneficial for you to do the same. So definitely, that's one thing to look out for as well.
Okay. So do you record your own voice, or do you sometimes record your lectures?
Most of my lectures are recorded, and so I do have the opportunity to go back and watch them again, and then formulate what the professor is saying into notes. And in a time like this, in online class, where a lot of lectures are all recorded, it's a huge benefit to students.
Cool. Thank you very much, Anjan.
No, not a problem. I'm glad I can help.
Yeah. One last question. Have you ever experimented with other means of electronic note-taking? Like you do everything voice-based?
So I would say electronic note acquiring is how I would put that question. Okay. Because in university, a huge thing in university is note sharing. And this could also be a thing in high school too, which, where we didn't have that open to ourselves because, everyone was really hardworking and kept to themselves in high school. But in university, note sharing is a huge thing. Acquiring notes from other students, not necessarily stealing and not necessarily borrowing, note sharing. Sharing your notes and your expertise on a subject within a class with a student that may be more advanced in a different subject in that class, right? So sharing notes among students, so definitely not in the online retrospect, but when it comes to getting notes and getting information, sharing notes is perfectly okay, and it's something that I recommend to everyone.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for your insight, Anjan. And we'll include links to the programs mentioned in the description below.
Perfect.
And if you have any further questions, you can contact one of our student ambassadors at the address in the description. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks again, Anjan.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.